Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another episode of the Most Offensive Podcast. Today I'm going to be talking about the lockdowns. Are you tired of the lockdowns? Have they put a strain on your life, your business, your work ethic? Have they? So let's talk about that. We were supposed to be on lockdown for what, maybe 2 weeks? This 2 weeks turned into months. Okay? And I'm starting to think, that just maybe, the Democrats are hoping the lockdown ruin the economy so that way Trump gets blamed for this whole thing. That's my thought behind this. Because it works in their favor regardless of what. You could say, look, we've had the worst economy since whenever. People are being fired. Look how many people died. This coronavirus has actually been a gift to the Democratic Party. Who said this? Someone said this. But before I get to that, let me explain to you, in the NBA, I got crushed when I said the NBA should go on. This was during March, and they said, no, everything's going to have to cancel. Oh, Slim, you actually care more about a game than people's lives. I'm like saying, come on, man. No, just because I say the NBA, the games must go on, does not mean that I care more about the game than I do people. No, I said, we need to figure it out, have a safe way to play the game. And look, they figured it out. I've had a video from like way back, I think in late March or early April, talking about this. And look, we've had anybody in the bubble. LeBron James got 4 chips. Dwight Howard got 1 chip. JR, he got 2 chips. Okay, one while sleeping. Right? And guess what? The stats that no one else is talking about. Zero coronavirus cases in the NBA since they played in the bubble. That means that you open up, you figured a way to do it, and you're going to play it safe. When Trump came out and he says, do not fear the virus. Do not fear the virus. Everyone took it as if he was saying, oh my gosh, he still thinks the virus is nothing. No. Why do you have to think the negative? Why can't you take it that he's saying, look, we know the protocols. We know how to be safe. We know to wash our hands. We know to wear our mask. We know what to do in order to be safe. There are schools at this moment as we speak, I'm praying to God that they remain safe, that are following the CDC guidelines. And things are going smooth. But for some reason, people want to push this thing into a lockdown. Okay? The lockdowns might be something even worse in the future. You don't know how many people depend on job and money coming in when we've only had one $1,200 check. That's right, $1,200. That's it. Just one. And you want to keep everything closed. It's not right. One. You gotta be kidding me. Haven't we figured a way out? I mean, seriously, if we have healthcare workers putting their lives at stake every day in the hospitals, we could have teachers put their lives at stake with proper guidelines, following the protocols. Wear your mask, do what you got to do. If it's maybe kids that's young, maybe we'll take time with that, right? We figure it out. There's got to be a way. We cannot let this thing overtake us, man. We say that with cancer. Why can't we say that with this? Okay, like we march, we fight for cancer. We live our lives as if the cancer's not overtaking us. We could do the same thing. Let me get to a little bit of the video of when Trump was talking about not letting the cure be worse than the virus.
America will again and soon be open for business, very soon, a lot sooner than 3 or 4 months that somebody was suggesting. A lot sooner. We cannot let the cure be worse than the problem itself. We're not going to let the cure be worse than the problem. Our country is not supposed to be, it's not built to shut down. Our people are full of vim and vigor and energy. They don't want to be locked into a house or an apartment or some space. It's not for our country. You can destroy a country this way by closing it down.
Remember when Trump said that? Remember when Trump said that? Everybody was getting on him as though he's not following the doctor's orders. The CDC didn't say that. The WHO didn't say that. But remember, there's been a lot of things where the CDC didn't say and later have said, or what the WHO, World Health Organization, had said and then came back and changed their minds on certain things. Remember that? Do you remember that? I hope you do. Because the way your minds work is like, if I come out and say, look, the WHO, they were wrong before. You immediately come out and say, Slim, no. They just learning about this virus. They just learning about it. So you got to give them that chance. We don't know anything about this virus. That's what you guys were saying. So now, let's go right now to this article. This is from October 11, 2020. WHO warns against COVID-19 lockdowns due to economic damage. Okay, you could find this on the New York Post. The World Health Organization had warned leaders against relying on COVID-19 lockdowns to tackle outbreaks after previously saying countries should be careful how quickly they reopen. WHO envoy Dr. David Nabarro said such restrictive measures should only be treated as a last resort. The British magazine The Spectator reported in a video interview. Okay, let me read this last quote real quick. We in the World Health Organization do not advocate lockdown as the primary means of controls of this virtue, Nabarro said. The only time we believe a lockdown is justified is to buy you time to reorganize, regroup, rebalance your resources, protect your health workers who are exhausted. But by and large, we'd rather not do it. Wow. Did you hear what I just read? The World Health Organization is saying continuing to remain in a lockdown is no good for the economy. But guess what? The Democrat wants this. They pray for this. You know why? Because it's going to make Donald Trump look bad. Your economy have failed. Your policies you've put in place have failed. You are damaging to the country. This is what they want to say. The Democrats, I'm seeing it right now, man. They want this lockdown to go on just to make Donald Trump look bad. This is the hoax that Donald Trump was talking about. If you are unaware about the hoax, this is the hoax. Right now, you're seeing it. I'm showing it to you from articles of today and videos of Donald Trump from months back. Now, this is a clip from, I think it's Jane Fonda, saying exactly what I was saying. Let me roll it real quick.
I just think COVID is God's gift to the left.
COVID is God's gift to the left. The hell does she mean by that? You could put one and one together as two. Is God's gift to the left, which means what? We could use this to take down Donald Trump. Let's enforce lockdown rules. Need I say more? I gave you several videos. I gave you several this article. You could go by. I've said things that maybe should trigger your minds to think. You know, Trump hasn't been that bad. He hasn't been that bad. If the left and the right would communicate and talk and stop making this thing about who you're trying to get in, we'll be in a better place. But the left just hates Donald Trump to the point where they are willing to put the Americans' lives at risk in order to get their president. That's it. Once they get Joe Biden in, and I'm saying this, you know what? That's who you want. Good luck. Good luck. All right? That's all I've got to say with this. I'm not going to talk about any other thing. I'm going to keep it right there so that I'm not all over the place. But if what you said, you haven't felt offended, then you're not listening. God bless, stress less, and let Yahweh do the rest. I'm out. Peace.